Welcome to the Nordic Venture Show, your speed date with the hottest Nordic innovations and ventures. In this episode, our venture date is with Starcart, instant savings and AI-powered online shopping.
Welcome to the deep dive. So you flagged Starcart for us, yeah? This platform that's meant to make online shopping simpler. And you shared some details, mostly from their own site.
That's right. Their descriptions, features, that kind of thing.
Okay, cool. So let's get right to it. Our mission today, figure out how Starcart actually works, what it, really offers the shopper, and the thinking behind it all.
And the big hook seems to be saving time and money online, which, let's face it, is always appealing.
Definitely. We all know how messy online shopping can get.
Exactly. And looking at Starcart's pitch, that's precisely the frustration they're trying to tap into.
Right. So let's maybe unpack the origin story a bit.
Yeah.
What specific problems was the founder, Pasi Ilola, looking at?
Well, the story goes, or at least how they present it, is that it started from a pretty relatable place. Just trying to buy, I think it was running shoes?
Ah, the classic online rabbit hole.
Precisely. Just the sheer time spent clicking around different sites, comparing the prices, checking delivery times. It really highlighted how inefficient it can all still feel.
Yeah, tell me about it. You blink, and half an hour's gone just trying to find the best price on one thing.
Right. That feeling of, there has to be a better way.
So Starcart is basically pitching itself as that better way, a kind of unified front.
That's the idea. It's designed as this central hub, bringing together loads of different online retailers. The core concept they push is one shopping cart for millions of products from various online retailers.
Okay.
It's really about creating that single point of entry so you don't have to keep jumping between tabs.
That sounds like a major convenience boost, definitely. But, okay, how does it work under the hood? How do they actually manage this consolidated thing?
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Starcart acts as like an intermediary.
Okay.
So when you buy stuff through their platform, they actually buy those items for you from all the different stores you pick from.
Right.
And the automation part relies on what they call their AI agents.
AI agent, like little shopping bots.
Kind of, yeah. Think of them as, sophisticated software bits, digital assistants. Maybe they can go onto websites, add things to carts, and actually complete the purchases automatically.
Huh. So say I'm buying from, 5 different shops instead of me clicking checkout 5 times.
Starcart's AI agents do that legwork behind the scenes after you've just used their single cart and checkout.
Gotcha. So you, the user, just have one smooth process inside Starcart.
Exactly. No need to juggle all those tabs or deal directly with each retailer, which, saves time and maybe some hassle.
Okay, convenience, check. But what about the money side? That's usually a big draw. The site claims they offer lower prices.
They do, yeah. They're pretty upfront about it. They state Starcart can often give you lower prices than if you went directly to the store.
Even on sale items.
They imply that, yeah. And what's really interesting is how they phrase it. No points, no bonuses, just savings off the price, instantly.
Direct discounts.
Suggests a very clear-cut discount model. Their AI is probably doing some heavy lifting, real-time price checks across all their partner stores, maybe spotting quick price drops or using their bulk buying power in some way an individual couldn't.
That's a pretty compelling offer, especially when you layer it onto the single cart thing.
Absolutely. Browse tons of stores, pick what you want, one payment. That simplifies things a lot.
And security. Always top of mind these days. How do they handle payment safely?
They tackle that head on. They say Starcart handles paying the individual stores, which, in their view, keeps the transaction secure for the user.
Okay.
And they also make a point of mentioning they're licensed as a payment institution by the Finnish Financial Supervisory Authority.
Ah, okay. So regulatory oversight, that adds a bit of weight.
Yeah, it can definitely provide some extra peace of mind for users, knowing there's that layer of supervision.
So it's bundling the shopping, potentially cutting costs, simplifying checkout, and handling the payment security.
That seems to be the package, yes.
Now, you mentioned their AI finding the best options. What does that mean in practice? Is it just price?
Well, they say the platform is built to find the lowest prices and potentially the fastest deliveries. It does this by constantly scanning their network, which they say is over 200 online stores now, and a catalog of, over 15 million products.
Wow, okay. That's a lot of data to crunch.
It employs a pretty massive automated comparison engine running all the time. And they've also recently added, or are highlighting, an AI-powered shopping assistant. The idea there is to help you narrow down your search even more, find the right product for you.
Like a more personalized search tool within their system?
Sort of, yeah. Like having this always-on comparison bot working for you, weighing up price, delivery, maybe other factors too.
Sounds very efficient. Okay, to make this a bit more concrete for everyone listening, the site does give some specific product examples, mostly electronics, it seems. Let's maybe walk through one or two.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, this helps see the claims in action. So, for instance, they list a Sony DualSense gamepad, for the PS5.
Right.
They show a Starcart price and compare it to an original price, highlighting a saving. But what's maybe even more interesting are these AI-generated review summaries.
Ah, okay. What do those look like?
So for the gamepad, the AI pulls together common feedback from reviews across different websites. It might highlight things like people saying it's high quality, good value, feels comfy, great features.
The positives.
Exactly. But it also flags potential negatives mentioned, like maybe some users had concerns about long-term durability or something.
So you get a balanced snapshot without reading 50 reviews yourself.
That's the goal. All condensed right there on the Starcart page.
What else? They had a processor too.
Yeah, an AMD Ryzen 5 7500F, same deal.
Yeah.
Shows a price reduction. The AI summary mentions good gaming performance, decent value, but also points out practical stuff like, hey, this one doesn't come with a cooler, so you'll need to factor that in.
Useful context.
Definitely. They do the same for some Xiaomi phones, small discounts, summaries covering camera, battery, that sort of thing, and even a TCL-TD example, a 40-inch one, again showing a modest saving.
It really seems like a core feature, this integration of not just price comparison, but also summing up what actual users think.
It is. It directly tackles that feeling of information overload you get trying to research products online, sifting through review after review.
Yeah, it can be exhausting. This gives you a quick sort of synthesized take.
Helps you get a feel for the product much faster.
And it's not just electronics, right? It looked like they cover quite a few bases.
Oh yeah, the scope seems pretty wide. Quick glance shows categories like home and kitchen, yard and garden stuff, for pets, clothes, accessories, beauty, health, books, even food and drinks.
Okay, so they're really aiming to be a broad shopping platform, not just a niche gadget site.
Seems that way. Trying to cover a big chunk of your typical online shopping.
Right. Now, shifting gears a bit, behind a platform like this, there's got to be a company, funding, people. What do we know about Starcart as an organization?
Well, the info they share mentions they've raised, I think it's $6 million in funding.
Okay, that's substantial.
Yeah, from investors like Inventure, Finvera, and some angel investors too. That kind of backing usually means someone sees real potential in the model.
Suggests they have resources to build out that AI, expand their store network, attract users. Sounds like they have ambitions to scale up.
That would be the logical assumption, yes. It signals serious intent in the e-commerce space.
And the team itself, any background info there?
They emphasize the team having solid experience in e-commerce and digital businesses, like experience from both startups and bigger international companies.
So, not entirely new to the game.
Apparently not. They name Pasi Alola as founder and CEO, Lori Peacebannon as co-founder and CTO, and mention heads of growth and merchant relations too. Suggests a leadership team that knows the online retail world.
Good to know. Experience counts in a field this competitive. Has Starcart gotten any external recognition? Mentions in the press or awards?
Yes, they highlight a few things. There's a quote they use from tech.eu, Fiona Alston, calling them something like an angel sent from the shopping gods. Pretty strong praise.
Uh-huh. Okay. Memorable, at least.
And they mention a partnership with Visa, presumably to help with that single payment across multiple stores. Plus, they won a MasterCard Lighthouse FinTech Award.
Okay, the MasterCard Award, that adds credibility. FinTech recognition is usually a good sign.
It definitely helps build trust, both in the industry and with potential customers. Shows their tech or model is seen as innovative.
For sure. And just to give people a sense of scale, they throw out some numbers, right?
They do. The key figures they list are over 15 million products.
Wow.
From more than 1,000 web stores, and they report a customer satisfaction score, a CSAT, a 4.5 out of 5.
4.5 is pretty high. Gives a sense of the platform's reach and how users generally feel about it.
Exactly. Provides a bit of quantitative context to their claims.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up for you, our listener. Starcart is basically positioning itself as this all-in-one online shopping destination. It pulls together millions of products from over 1,000 stores into one shopping cart. They use AI to handle the actual buying from those different stores for you, aiming to get you instant discounts and even summarizing product reviews to help you decide.
Yeah, and all within what they claim is a secure payment system, regulated in Finland.
Right. It's fundamentally about tackling those common online shopping headaches, saving you time, clicking around, simplifying the whole checkout mess, and maybe saving you some cash too.
Exactly. Streamlining the search, the comparison, the transaction, offering a potentially more efficient and economical way to buy online.
Which naturally leads to a bigger question, maybe something for you to think about after this. Could a service like Starcart, if it really takes off, fundamentally change how we even think about online shopping? Moving away from visiting individual store websites towards these big aggregated marketplaces. It's a possibility. Centralization versus direct engagement.
Yeah. And what would that mean long term for us as shoppers?
Yeah.
And what about the retailers themselves? Big implications there, potentially.
Definitely food for thought. The future of e-commerce is always shifting.
Indeed it is. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into Starcart for today. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for listening to the Nordic Venture Show. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more stories of innovation from the Nordics.